I've taken some issue with the concept, many are called but few are chosen. I've had some problems with that. It's like, what do you mean, many are called but few are chosen? It seems like it should read, many are called but few choose to do the work themselves, right? I was like, that seems like more true to like what I've seen and lived experience. As far as just my neighbors and myself, it's like I'm called all the time, every day, every way, just in all of it. And then like sometimes I choose to follow promptings and hear God's voice in the action, and sometimes I'm completely oblivious and just do my own thing, like my own thing. Sometimes I'm just like completely lost in my own distractions, you know. So it's like, oh, many are called but few are chosen. It seems like you're choosing yourself. But then I realized just now, many are called but few are chosen. I think, I mean, this is just my thinkings, of course. I think it's because you do what you can to qualify. Like you might, I think somewhere he says, I think it's in Luke, but it might be in Ecclesiastes, Proverbs, or Isaiah, that you don't, I think it's Luke though, like don't try to see somebody or to do stuff. Don't call yourself a prophet. Don't do that stuff. You just try. I can't remember where it was, where it says like, it's enough just to try. And I think it's the knock and you shall receive situation. It's enough just to try, and then you will get stuff. But here's the thing. It's like the oil in the lamp. Like you've got to try for a while. You got to be doing it for a minute to like build up your oil reserve. Maybe. Many are called, few are chosen. So maybe you try, like you do your efforts, but like by the grace of God, somehow you'll achieve it. I don't know. And then you're chosen based on your readiness or willingness or level of understanding or ability, because you get, I mean, it's not prejudice. It's just as you get more abilities, then you have more abilities. Like as you're more capable and able to do stuff, then you're more capable and able to do stuff. As you gain knowledge, then you gain ability, and as you gain ability, you gain usefulness in the kingdom of God. Like it's not about God sitting there just like making arbitrary assignments and judgments. It's about you putting an effort, and then hopefully you qualify. Hopefully you're chosen. Hopefully you did it. Hopefully you did enough. Hopefully you did what you were sought out to do. You were given a certain amount of thing, and hopefully you did with it what you could. You're trying to be profitable in the kingdom of God. In the kingdom of God, you're profitable in the kingdom of God, not necessarily profitable in mammon or profitable in good times, in good experiences, but profitable in the kingdom of God. Are you actually bringing souls unto Christ, or are you just yammering on about crap on YouTube? Are you even doing the stuff? I find it quite hard to actually do the stuff, like to figure out what even to do. How do you help the homeless, for example? I don't know. Many homeless people are there by choice because it's drugs, right? Well, they're choosing to do drugs. I don't know. People say that's not a choice. I kind of feel like that's a choice. If you take the choice out of it, then you're kind of weakening the people's ability to move forward. You're like, oh, you're a drug addict. You can't do anything else. You're stuck. You're almost like labeling people and like damning them with your label. Like, you're stuck, you're unfixable or whatever. I think I was told I was untreatable one time in treatment because they're like, well, you want to stop doing drugs? It's like, no, I don't want to stop doing drugs. Like, well, what? Well, I mean, you're here. Like, don't you? I'm like, well, look, here's the thing. If I want to stop doing drugs, I'll just stop doing them. And they told me I was untreatable. And I was going to get a consequence for that. I was going back to jail. I was like, oh no, I need to see grass and trees and sunshine. Like I can't be stuck in a box. So I just left. I went on the run. That was an illegal action. I could have gotten arrested again. And I took that risk because the trees were worth it. The trees were worth the risk. And it ended up being okay. But like, I became untreatable because I was just able to stop using drugs. So it's like considered untreatable, which is so insane. It means you're fixed, you're cured, you figured it out. Don't you want to study me? Don't you want to figure out how I did it? Don't you want to know? Because that's kind of what happened. Like, I just decided to stop using drugs, and I just did. So I was untreatable. But I was like, treated. And the reason I was untreatable is because I was already treated. I was already there. Like, there's nothing else they could do. They have no other things. If you just are using drugs because you want to, well, until you choose to want to stop, you're just going to keep using them, aren't you? I think that's the case for everybody, though. Everybody's choosing to do it. You go out and actually do that. Like, it's not like it's just happening in your brain. You're seeking those out. Somebody has to give it to you. Like, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of choices you make in order to continue to use drugs. You want to use drugs. I think if people would just admit that, it would be better. I think they would be more treatable. Admitting that it's a choice and you're wanting to do it might be like what is going to be making you treatable. I don't know. I think you're untreatable. Like, you're treatable. You can be treated, but you can't be fixed. You're uncurable if you think you're uncurable. It's like the placebo effect, maybe. Just how I am. Born this way. I was born a drug addict. And a woman. That's an untreatable situation. Not really, not anymore. That can be treated. If I wanted treatment for that, I can get that treated as well. It's a condition if you think it's a condition. It's a problem if you think it's a problem. And we think about that when we want to treat someone for the condition of being a woman. Like, oh, we can treat that. We can fix it. We can change that. But if I'm a drug addict, I can't fix that. I'm just a drug addict for life. Once an alcoholic, always alcoholic, right? Even when he's dry as my lips for years, even when he's stranded on a small desert island with no place in 10,000 miles to buy beer, right, Ani DeFranco? So, I think it comes back to choice, or our choices make a difference. And I do think it's what Don wants, though. You don't only find good information at church. Like, there are other places to find good things. We seek after these things. We're supposed to, anyway. We're supposed to be profitable servants building up the kingdom of God, not building up our house or our wealth. And the kingdom of God is like where you're building up other people before you build up yourself in your own house. When you build up your own house, you get an order. You get it, like, nice, but you're not having, like, the fancy stuff, I guess, before other people do. Like, you're coming up together. It's a feeling of community and a feeling of connectedness. The kingdom of God, like the community, the happiness, the peace on the land, just the whole thing. The whole thing. So, what are you doing to build up the kingdom of God, you know? You're storing up treasure in heaven or storing up treasure on the earth. It's very obvious. It's in the scriptures. And I feel like just nobody's doing it. Well, people are doing it. People are doing it. They're few and far between, though. But it's like, this is in the scriptures. It doesn't be that way. There's going to be this great and abominable church covering the whole earth. And there's going to be a few saints sprinkled around in between. That's what it says it's going to be. So you look at what you're doing and see, do I belong to the great and spacious building? For real? Like, do I belong to the great whore of all the earth, the great abominable church that's like covering the whole earth? Because yes, Jesus Christ's church will cover the whole earth too, right? The great whore of all the earth, the whore of Babylon, I think it says. I don't even know. I read this a long time ago in prison, 20 years ago. Just about. Cover the whole earth. Right? Is that in there? But also the whore of the earth will cover the whole earth? Is that also in there?